In the 60th episode preview of Peerless Tang sect, Electrolux disappears and turns to ashes. Huo Yuhao kneels down and cries. Tianmeng Ice Silkworm and Ice Emperor fall into a deep sleep. Huo Yuhao could never have imagined. This trip to the Haotian sect will make me lose a teacher again. Elex and Tianmeng Ice Silkworm met Huo Yuhao together. He has been sleeping in Huo Yuhao's sea of a euro spirit, until Huo Yuhao merged with the gold of life. Elex turned into a human form. I saw the hope of becoming a god in Huo Yuhao. Because in the world before him, becoming a god means death. So Elex has always been unwilling to become a god. Now that he has come to Doluo continent, seeing the opportunity to become a god. Unfortunately, before Huo Yuhao grew up, Elex died to save Shui Di. Disappeared forever in the world of Doluo continent. The reason for all this? It was the Haotian sect's 10,000-year-old ice jade bed. Huo Yuhao only sat there to practice for a while. It actually allowed the Snow Queen's origin to break through the seal. When Huo Yuhao met the Snow Queen in the Sun Moon Empire, it was because after the Snow Queen self-destructed, her origin power was very unstable. There is a risk of explosion at any time. Elex casts the magic of the dead. Seal the origin of the Snow Queen. Only then can the Snow Queen continue to stay in Huo Yuhao's spiritual sea. Wait for Huo Yuhao to grow up. Then complete the fusion with Huo Yuhao. Became Huo Yuhao's wisdom soul ring. But now because of the 10,000-year-old ice jade bed, the powerful ice attribute heaven and earth energy. Let the Snow Emperor's snow pill continue to absorb energy. Finally broke the seal of Elex. It was about to explode. Electrolux also said that he was powerless. But Huo Yuhao was unwilling to give up. He asked everyone to try together. Can they suppress the Snow Queen? At this moment, Electrolux thought of a way. Can they save the Snow Queen? But this method requires sacrificing oneself. It means burning the fragments of Elex's consciousness. Only the fragments of consciousness can make Shui Di return to embryonic form. This is also the only way. Not only to save Shui Di, also to save Huo Yuhao and everyone. At this moment, everyone went all out. After suppressing the Snow Queen's origin snow pill, Elex ignited the divine fire. Burn all the fragments of his spiritual consciousness. With the cooperation of everyone, Shui Di was finally saved. Returned to the embryo form. And wait for the embryo to hatch. It is a brand new life. But Electrolux's body gradually disappeared. Before dying, Electrolux suddenly discovered. I felt a little reluctant. It was the first time that he was so indecisive. After learning the truth, Huo Yuhao. He knelt on the ground and cried bitterly. Because he had lost the most important person. This crisis not only caused Huo Yuhao to lose Electrolux. Even Tianmeng Ice Silkworm and Ice Emperor were exhausted due to overconsumption. The two wisdom soul rings fell into a deep sleep at the same time. The next step is to rely on Huo Yuhao himself. However, this crisis has greatly improved Huo Yuhao's strength. And directly became a soul king. This video will end